Following the screening of the last 3 nominees on Tuesday, Nigerian Senate has confirmed the nomination of 43 candidates as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Former Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, and 2 others took the podium before the list of the full nominees were put to voice vote. In his remark, the President of the Senate, Lawal, urged the new appointee to be ready to work with the Senate for good and growth of Nigeria.
And this is the only way to make Nigeria better. And with this, I want to congratulate the President, President Muhammadu Buhari, for really nominating Nigerians of great quality, Nigerians of great experience, and very good backgrounds. The current ministers that have just been confirmed to be appointed by or sworn in by Mr. President have demonstrated throughout the period of this screening that they are worth their onions. I believe that they should be tasked. Once they are given their portfolios, they must have their tasks cut out clearly for them. And with National Assembly that is poised to work with the executive, I'm sure taking Nigeria to the next level will not be difficult.
Also on Tuesday, the President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawal, announced the names of Chairman and Vice Chairman of the 69th Committee for the 9th Senate. According to the list, the Committee on Appropriation is headed by Senator Jubri Barau, Committee on Finance, Senator Solomon Adiola, Committee on Defense, Senator Ali Wamako, Committee on Army, Senator Ali Ndume, Committee on Communication, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, Committee on Judiciary and Human Rights, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele.
I have an announcement before the adjournment. The leadership of the committees of the Senate have been reconstituted, and the following are the names of Chairman and Vice Chairman of the Senate Standing and Special Committees. Agriculture and Rural Development, Chairman, Senator Abdullah Adamu. Vice Chairman, Senator Bima Muhammad Enagi. Air Force, Senator Bala Ibn Allah. Vice Chairman, Senator Ama Michael Nachi. Anti-Corruption and Financial Crimes, Chairman, Senator Suleiman Abdukwari. Vice Chairman, Senator Ali Umaga Takadawa Mako. Sports and Social Development, Chairman, Senator Joseph Ogba. States and Local Government, Chairman, Senator Leko Mustafa. Vice Chairman, Senator Ezunwa Francis Onyewuchi. This is the list of Chairman and Vice Chairman. The membership of the committees are under, at the moment, going the formations for our committees to be properly constituted by the time we are back. And with this, we are set to engage with the executive arm of government and start our legislative work as soon as we are back. With these remarks, I wish all of us very restful recess, and the Senate is hereby adjourned until the 24th day of September 2019 at 10 a.m. prompt.
Others include Committee on Aviation, Senator Dino Malai, Petroleum Upstream and Downstream, headed by Basi Akpan, Committee on Public Account, Matthew Orogede, while former Deputy Senate President Ike Kremadu head Committee on Environment. Meanwhile, the Senate has adjourned legislative duty for a statutory recess to Tuesday, 24th September 2019. Senator Philip Aduda, representing FCT in the Senate, has presented a petition before the Senate on behalf of the Abuja natives demanding for a ministerial slot for the FCT in the Federal Executive Council. Senator Aduda, while addressing the Senate before the submission of the petition, said the natives of Abuja decided to forward the petition to the Senate to press home their demand. Aduda backed the petition with the ruling of Appeal Court of January 18, 2018, which stated that the Federal Capital Territory is entitled to a ministerial slot just like any other state of the Federation.
The State House of Assembly of the People of the FCT, we can look into this petition. Mr. President, they have also asked me to let the Senate know that you might not be aware that there was a Court of Appeal judgment on the 15th day of January 2018, wherein specifically various reliefs were sought, and specifically those reliefs were granted, that the declaration that somebody from FCT is entitled to a ministerial appointment, and the declaration that the constitutional refusal or default by the previous and current president and administration to appoint an FCT person as a minister of the Federation is a violation of the constitutional right of the people of the FCT. And then there was an order compelling the first respondent, which is the federal government, to ensure that a minister is appointed from FCT. Mr. President, the president might not be aware of this judgment, and the people of the FCT have asked that I let the Senate know so that they can specifically mention to Mr. President, and then this petition can be submitted to you for your kind consideration and the Senate. Mr. President, I wish therefore to submit this petition and to also lay the judgment of the Court of Appeal. And they assume that since the federal government did not appeal this judgment, it is deemed that the federal government had agreed that they will appoint somebody from the FCT. Thank you, Mr. President.
Speaking on the petition, President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawal, referred the petition to the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Petition. Senator Michael Opeyemi Bamidele, representing Ekiti Central in the Senate, has rejoiced with Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo on his confirmation by the Senate as a minister designate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Otumba Adebayo was confirmed alongside with the 42 other ministerial nominees by the Senate on Tuesday, July 30, 2019, after a week-long of screening exercise. Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, who is now chairman Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, said the appointment of Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo to the exalted position of a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is in recognition of excellent leadership quality. In a statement issued by his media office in Abuja, the senator explained that as the first civilian governor of Ekiti State, Adebayo laid the foundation for good governance and steady growth of Ekiti State, adding that the sense of vision and managerial acumen of Adebayo provided a leverage for subsequent administration in Ekiti State to move the state forward.
Discover the tangible magic of our hospitality that is all about you. The Wells Curtain Hotel and Apartments is a surely fantasy-like journey into a glamorous world of pure luxury and gratifying indulgence. The Wells Curtain Hotel and Luxury Apartments offers guests a perfect blend of relaxation, business and pleasure, delicately infused to meet the highest international standards. It's first-class service at its finest. Our commitment to exceed your expectations means impeccable attention to detail, courtesy, and a genuine care for your every need. Located at number 8 Gadonasco Street, off Jose Martin at Sokoro, Abuja, Nigeria. You can call us on +234 908 7561 269 or visit our website at wellscurtain.com. Upgrade your stay at the Wells Curtain Hotel and Luxury Apartments, an experience guaranteed to leave you breathless with longing.
In an attempt to restructure the federal civil service system, the federal government has commenced the structured mandatory training program, SMART P, for civil servants. Federal workers in the country will now face a compulsory competence assessment test to ascertain their effectiveness and suitability for their jobs. The head of the civil service of the Federation, Winifred Oyoicha, said over the years, the lack of structured and targeted programs for civil servants has been a major challenge to the Federal Civil Service. Oyoita was speaking in Abuja at the formal launch of the redesigned training modules on Structured Mandatory Assessment-Based Training Program, SMART-P, and the Leadership Enhancement Advancement Development Program, LEAD-P.
Over the years, the absence of structured and targeted training programs for civil servants has been a major challenge to the Federal Civil Service. Training activities across the MDAs have hitherto been carried out haphazardly without considering the actual competencies lacking in the service. This approach has exacerbated the knowledge and skills gap in the service. Despite the series of training programs going on across the service, civil servants still lack the requisite knowledge and skills required for their jobs. The FCIP 2020 addresses the challenge of untargeted trainings facing the service. The focus of the plan is to ascertain the obvious knowledge and skill gaps in the civil service and to design relevant training contents to fill them.
Magdalene Ajani, Permanent Secretary, Service Policies and Strategies Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, earlier said the essence of the training was to have a robust input from both participants and the trainers.
The essence of this pilot training is for us to have a more robust input from both the participants and the trainers, and then at the end of these 3 weeks, because each of the training is lasting a week for each of the modules, the intermediate, basic and advanced. Thereafter, we will now take the lessons learned, plug it into the main training, and then deploy the training for the whole of the civil servants of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is meant to go on back to back from now till the end of 2020. We already have the database of civil servants in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and with our timetable drawn, we know that by the end of 2020, all the civil servants would have been trained.
Meanwhile, Oyoita had over the weekend debunked reports that 16 billion naira meant for civil servants group life insurance scheme was stolen in her office. The head of the Civil Service of the Federation spoke on Friday, July 26 in Abuja at the venue of the Stakeholders Forum on the Review of Public Service Rules, PSR. Oyoita reacted to the allegations while interacting with newsmen.
The group life insurance scheme was set up to be able to ensure that government meets up with the benefits of any civil servant or any public servant that who in the process of doing his work or as a civil servant loses his life or her life, as the case may be, whichever case it may be. And this group life is a policy that is carried out with underwriters. These underwriters are being regulated by the National Insurance Commission. The National Insurance Commission regulates premiums that are paid to these underwriters.
On the PSR, Oyoita said the revision became necessary to update the rules, regulations, and procedures in the public service and bring them in tune with current trends in governance and in line with global best practices. Oyoita, however, disclosed that the PSR received responses from over 600 civil and public servants with a total of over 3,000 inputs in the various chapters of the PSR. Awesome Ruffle, Ben Television.